We're ready to kick off here. I'll do a quick intro. So first of all, thank you everyone for being here. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Dawis JC speaking live from the Omnichain HQ, and I want to welcome you to ZetaChain Wrapped 2022. And the purpose of this call over the next 30 minutes is really to celebrate the fact that we've gone from 0 to like 1 million followers and users over the course of 2022. And we want to celebrate your participation in that and the time that you've invested, whether you're battle testing the network on Zeta Labs or just spreading good vibes in Discord and making art and sharing what we're building at ZetaChain in the different groups that you're a part of. Like, you all played a role in getting us to where we are, and I'm so excited to share some of the top highlights from this year. We're not going to have time to cover everything, so look out for a blog post that will be published tomorrow from ZetaChain Official. We have the pleasure of Roy from CyberConnect joining us. ZetaChain's one of the projects sponsoring Connect 2022, which is CyberConnect's holiday campaign. Roy, you want to say a quick hello and maybe give us the 101 on the holiday campaign and how people can participate?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you all for being here. This is Roy from CyberConnect and Link3. I'm super glad to be here. So first of all, let me give you guys, for those of you who not entirely sure what this campaign is all about. So like this event is part of the Connect 2022 campaign. So Connect 2022 is our end of year celebration with our leading partners in Web3 to kind of celebrate the year of 2022 with our community. So like it's a series of online Twitter space or Discord events hosted by project to recap the key milestone of 2022 and also look into the year of 2023. There will be a special design Connect 2022 West to be claimed on the event website after joining. I'll also pin the tweet here later. So the campaign, there's like a lot of perks and reward. You can collect the West um, for the Grand Connect 2022 NFT, and if you get the NFT, you have a chance to win a mystery box. Also, by the way, last week we made all the mystery box tradable on OpenSea. Second thing is you can get exclusive access to link through personal profiles. So to be able to do that, you're gonna have to mint one of the Connect 2022 West, and for the partnership with ZetaChain, like we already got a 15K address list of top traders on Zeta Lab. So after that, if you're on a 15K list and you also have a West from our Connect 2022 event, you're gonna be whitelisted for creating a personal profile on Link3. Yeah, so basically it's just a celebration for all, and we all should end 2022 strong. So get to know more about the campaign by going to our website link3.2. There's a dedicated tab campaign page called Connect 2022. Again, don't forget to collect your West after the world, but for now, let's focus on both ZetaChain and CyberConnect Link3. What have we achieved in the year, and what are the ups and downs?
100%. Yeah. And the first 15,000 top Zeta points earners are whitelisted for that. So mint the West, and then you'll be able to get a Link3 profile in the next batch in the new year, and they're pretty high in demand. So yeah, we want to talk about top accomplishments for both of our projects this year. Maybe, Roy, give a quick overview on the founding of CyberConnect and what it is for those not familiar on the line.
Yeah, so CyberConnect in a nutshell is a social graph protocol. Our mission is to first of all return the ownership of social data back to user, and also help developers and early stage project to scale and to build social um, application. Sorry, social applications on top of the protocol. So the company was founded last year, last April, and we've been doing a lot of research and building before we announced the project. And we announced our first round fundraising back in September 2021. And then this year, I think one of the major milestone we hit was the fundraising we announced in May. So that was, to be honest, like that was right before everything goes south in terms of the market. Like right before we actually closed the round like 2 months before the Luna saga and everything. And then the other major thing was in July we launched the link 3. So a little bit background here. So at the very beginning of CyberConnect, we kind of feel like building protocol is what we're gonna focus on, and we're gonna work with, like I said, early stage company or like builders out there, and help them to build applications. And then we kind of feel like after the Series A fundraising, we kind of feel like okay, we now have enough capital. We're good on runway. We can hire more people, have a better team, and then we made a decision to make our in-house application on top of the CyberConnect protocol. And here it
Mhm.
goes, Link 3. Uh, like you all know, like how like in the CyberConnect team, how we're excited about having a product, So I think one thing I want to mention, it's kind of different working on a application, user-facing application, or working on the protocol side. Is I definitely feel like if you're working on a product that a lot of user engaging with like every day, you get like for a lot of things you just get instant feedback, right? If you did good, if you did well for the campaign, or you did well launching a specific feature, like your users, like your community will give you instant and accurate feedback, whether you're doing great or doing bad. Yeah, I think it's just so different. Yeah, I think the two major milestone was the fundraising and the launch of Link 3 for us this year.
Awesome. Yeah, and of course, agree. I mean, users in Web3 can actually participate in the development of a protocol and products and have say in the future of it, which is just fundamentally different. And I think it's been a crazy year, but we all made it to the end, and blockchain and crypto is still around, and good things are coming because this is a really special technology. And I think the argument for blockchain tech and decentralization after the FTX FUD and all that stuff has never been stronger. Um, for the newcomers to ZetaChain, and just summarizing those who have been with us up to this point, ZetaChain is the first public blockchain and omni-chain smart contract platform. Like CyberConnect, we were actually born in the summer of last year, and ZetaChain was founded because the Web3 space was and is still very fragmented, and we lack sort of default crypto products with simple UXs and easy ways to move data and value around the ecosystem in a safe way. And so, like, time and time again, we've seen the pitfalls of current cross chain approaches with these varying trust models and patchy bridge solutions out there. And users have suffered because of that. There's been billions of dollars that has been lost in 2022 alone. And so ZetaChain, the idea of it was to create a new reference point for blockchain interoperability. And so devs could build dApps that work everywhere by default, and users on those apps could experience all blockchains without switching or bridging chains and all of that confusing network stuff and having to worry about managing different gas assets. All of that would be abstracted away, and you would have one wallet to manage your native crypto, your identity, like your Link3 profile, and all your data as if it was all on one chain. And if you're going to build a public blockchain like this with that sort of generic cross-chain programmability and the ability to connect to everything, you have to design a lot of new, novel technical solutions and concepts, and that's what ZetaChain has spent all year building in 2022. And we've it's safe to say, we've blown up and we have incredible community growth. We're going to go through some of the numbers here, but all of it was made possible because of the actual underlying technology, and that is now stood up on testnet. That's what you guys are experiencing with the swap solution, and it's just the beginning of a whole new wave of omni-chain dApps. So we're just really proud to showcase that to the world. Roy, you mentioned a little bit about what it was like operating in this environment in 2022. Any other insights or stories to share around navigating this market?
Yeah, I think personally, I don't like this is the first like bull market or like downturn I ever experienced. So I would say it's just hell of a ride. And personally, my advice to those of you who are in Web3 or you're trying to get into Web3, like my suggestion on the personal side would be just make sure if you lose your job, you're gonna still be good for another like half a year, 6 to 12 months. Um, like making sure yourself is like financially okay, to find a new job or something like that. Because like for us, for the company CyberConnect, I think we're good on runway. We still have like a decent couple of years, even without like any source of funding. But I think the key is to during bull market is just keep building and um, keep your heads down and just focus on the product, focus on the on the stuff we're building, and yeah, just survive, stay alive, and um, yeah, things will get better, and we're not too worried about it. I think like bull market, like market like this, it's best for builders like us. What
Yeah.
about you? What's your take on this?
Yeah, and I agree with your point. I mean, there's hidden gems out there and opportunities to work on fundamental things, like because speculation is not the name of the game right now. And like for us, we wanted to build something fundamentally new. And like I think the silver lining in all of this is that ZetaChain was able to cut through all of the noise in the market and build this huge following because it's so fundamental. I think multi-chain and interoperability is probably the most important thing for Web3 to live up to its promises and become mainstream. Um, I think whether the market was good or bad this year, we would have disrupted the space either way. So, if anything, it's been less distracting, especially the first 6 months of the year when things were sort of low key. And then we released the testnet and the Zeta Labs swap app, and now there are 700,000 users that are on it. So um, that would be my 2 cents. Okay, so Top highlights of the year. Maybe we can go back and forth here. Um, you want to go first, Roy? What's number one?
Number one, I would say it's probably like the entire feature of Event Planner for Link 3. I think that's definitely the top highlight because we're under like we pretty much built everything within 6 weeks, and then we spent another week for internal like testing QA, and then we launched the product right away. I think that's just like a game changer for Link 3. Because to be honest, like we've been trying so hard to just look for the next use case or like utility for our for the contract we newly add on. So before that, let's say let's move back like 8 months ago. We don't have any on-chain compartment for like in the protocol design. So the way we're understanding that was for applications, user don't want to like our assumption at least for user engagement heavy um, applications. We assume that user don't want to kind of wait a long time, you know, for signature for on-chain transaction to be approved. Um, on the social component, right? So just imagine if you're on Twitter and all the likes, retweets, and all the comments, engagement you have, you're gonna have to wait a couple minutes for the transaction to be approved. Originally, we don't feel like that was like making any sense, but then we feel like there's a need to add more um, on-chain related part to the protocol itself, and then that's what we did in June, and in July we launched the whole personal profile for Link 3, and then October we launched the event planner, which is what you guys can use and see right now. So basically, after attending an event, you can claim a West token, which is going to be a SBT token. So yeah, I think this part would definitely be the highlight of the year. We're so
Mhm.
excited about it, and you know, like you can see how many users are claiming West every day. Everything, all the data is public data. We have a Dune dashboard. I think it definitely feels, yeah, feels super excited.
Congrats. Yeah, and that's the tech that's powering the spaces right now. And I remember when you approached me earlier in the year to build a ZetaChain profile, and it just made so much sense to put official links on chain, especially because it can be the Wild West out there, and there are lots of bad actors and stuff, and um, that's driven a bunch of traffic to ZetaChain. So really good. So for us, probably the number one accomplishment is the fact that there's 750,000 active users on the Zeta Labs testnet. These are people that represent over 100 countries, and so yeah, like shout out to the product and community groups and really everyone that is participating in Zeta Labs. We launched this testnet environment in August, and the whole goal is to showcase omni-chain functionality to the community and battle test the blockchain network. The first app is this native cross-chain asset swap. So there's no bridging or wrapping of tokens. And with the upgrade last month, you can now swap native Bitcoin for DeFi assets like Matic and ETH, and we've effectively given non-smart chains a smart contract, and we'll integrate into Dogecoin and Monero and all of these important legacy chains, and it's going to integrate DeFi with all of the liquidity on Bitcoin, for example. So that was huge, and it just shows like a native cross-chain swap is very fundamental, but there's all sorts of stuff that people are building on ZetaChain, like DEXs and AMMs and other DeFi protocols, omni-chain NFTs, like that's going to open up the whole marketplace, identity, your Link 3 profile, and the stuff that we're going to be building together next year. Like there's so much utility that's coming. So that would take number one. Anything else, Roy, on top things that you want to highlight?
Yeah, like before I mention another highlight for us, just want to give you guys a reminder. So due to the Twitter API limitation, we're having difficulties recording everyone's participation time correctly, and your ability to claim West and reward could be affected. So we've implemented a emergency new measure. So now you can simply join the Twitter space, and then if you're on your phone, at the um, right bottom corner of the screen, you can see the little comment button, and you can just click that button and click quote retweet, and we'll record you as a participant for this event, and you'll be able to claim your West token afterward. So yeah, sorry about that. I know this issue has been around since the first day. So every time when we have like more than 1,000 or like 1,500 people, Twitter API will just give us like unreliable results. We're trying to solve it, but it's not easy. So that's why we're using this kind of new measurement to to help you guys out and to make the experience better. Yeah, in terms of highlight, yeah, I just want to say we started our community last October-ish, so it's been more than a year for the community. I think what really matters to us is the group of people that believe in us. Whether it's whether it's for CyberConnect or for Link 3. They pretty much like I started our community early on. I was the first member of our Discord group. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you who supported us along the way. This year, it's definitely not easy. I think for anyone, even for a lot of projects who are like doing super good. For us this year, we were like struggling, finding a new use case for the product. We're trying to doing a lot of like reflections on the architecture's design, on the protocol design, and we also launch a lot of new stuff, new feature, um, pretty much every month. And without the support of you guys from our community, like we couldn't done anything like near to this. So yeah, just want to say thank you all for your trust, for just tuning in to our space, to join our community event, to play around with our product. Those really means a lot to us.
Cheers to that. Yeah. Web3 identity is going to be huge, and you guys are at the forefront for sure. So I'll go over the second and third highlight of the year, which is more about the tech side of things. So 3.5 million cross-chain transactions on the ZetaScan Explorer. If you haven't checked out the Explorer, do so. It's fully localized. It's going to stack up with Etherscan in terms of features and functionality for mainnet. And so, yeah, shout out to the protocol engineering group. They've basically released 4 versions of the testnet this year, with the latest one called Athens 2. That's the one that supports omni-chain smart contracts and will be the mainnet ready version, and it's in the process of going through rigorous security audits right now. And we didn't expect this type of traffic, but we've sustained a really high level of throughput. And it was something like a 10x increase in throughput since launch. And the end-to-end transaction settlement time was substantially improved. Like if you've been swapping with us, you've probably seen that it's a lot faster. So yeah, the protocol team is really pushing boundaries around everything cross-chain. And then the third stat is that there are 123 DApp contracts deployed on testnet. And there are teams around the world that are experimenting with new omni-chain DApp ideas, and it's not all ZetaChain and partners that we're working with. And so I think that's a testament to the Zeta docs, which the product and smart contracts group have been working on. They've been creating open source smart contract examples of omni-chain dApps, and you should check it out. It's like, ZetaChain and blockchain is very technical, but for your average reader, you can read through it and understand how to build stuff using our cross-chain messaging or building omni-chain smart contracts on Zeta. And it's like helped us form different partnerships and really kickstart the ecosystem. So that would be the third highlight. Roy, I know we said 30 minutes here. How's your schedule look to go a bit over?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Yeah, always wanted to talk more to community, you know.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I want to go over some honorable mentions and shout outs to the community. I think you were just showing appreciation to the community at large, but like, are there any specific groups on the team or community or people that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to on the team side, definitely our growth team who's doing all those like partnership and community related work. And for the community, I really want to just thank you everyone who's on our contributor team. So we have ambassadors and we also have those storemen and like like an internal name for contributors and for those who have joined us since last year. Really appreciate those bunch of people. They've been so reliable, so amazing in terms of helping out not only the internal administration stuff in our Discord server, like answering tickets, handling tickets, and making announcements, like creating those like community quiz or like engagement activities. And also they've been helping a lot on outreaching to other projects, to onboard more Web3 folks and companies into Web3, sorry, into Link 3. I think they have done an amazing job throughout the last year. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone who have helped us and as a contributor in the community. Yeah. What about
Love
you?
it. Yeah. And this was challenging for me because it's like, how do you um, praise an 817,000 person community? And like people ask me how big is ZetaChain, I tell them it's 800,000 people and counting because it's technically true. Like every one of you is testing the network, you're inviting friends to the network, you're helping answer people's questions on social and just investing time and helping us realize ZetaChain. And so there are a couple groups. There's been 840,000 NFTs minted in the Mission Bring Zeta Home campaign on Galaxy. These are hundreds of thousands of people that have pledged their allegiance to being a Zeta supporter and Zeta user. And those are roles that you can get on Guild. And you're helping make that fun mission and backstory fun and engaging. And it's really just an analogy to ZetaChain and helping us launch something really special next year. And so thank you for that and participating in that campaign. We have now 1,400 contributors and 76 VIP contributors. These are people that have gone above and beyond to spread the word about ZetaChain through such unique, special talents like creating art, writing, making some of the most professional videos I've seen. And so altogether this year, there's been 3,300 educational blogs, 900 ZetaChain videos. The contributors put on 10 events around the world with over 1,000 ZetaChain community members getting together in person. We've had 11 creative contests that the whole community has participated in. And so I want to thank everyone for those contributions. And then finally, there's a really important group to recognize, which is the ambassador team, which is now 15 people. We stood up this program in the beginning of the year. The goal was to localize all communication across now 20 languages, and there are 11 official Twitter accounts around the world, but a lot of them have grown to do a lot more than just translation, and I want to call out their names, so just bear with me here. We have Hashigo and Yakugaku out of Japan. They've built the Japanese community to thousands of people. They just organized a 100-person event in Tokyo, and our head of product and head of marketing was there and got to meet them. We have Rocker21, who he was already managing and running the ZetaChain Indonesia account. And then I realized who he was in the community, winning all of our contests. And so we brought him on the team, and he's doing a ZetaChain nature hike in Indonesia tomorrow. So check out the details on that on the Indonesia Twitter. We have Sagatorio covering Germany and Brazil. He's a polyglot and speaks more languages than I can name. So he's been a secret weapon for us. Vedant in India. He's #1 Discord user out of 400,000. So it's unbelievable. And he leads up game prize contests in Discord every week. So participate in those and win rewards. We have Slem covering Russia. He took over the contributor program powered by Crew 3, which is like not an easy job because there's been so much traffic, and he's just gone above and beyond to make intros to other projects, and he does AMAs with thousands of people every week in Eastern Europe. It's unbelievable. Keylov also supports Eastern Europe. He's always modding and answering questions when people are not around in Discord. We have Smart Waka. He did our first Zeta World Tour event in Nigeria. He's all over Africa, spreading the word about ZetaChain. He just spoke to a crowd of students at a university in Africa, and like he's the person to know in that region, and we're lucky to have him. We got the Layer 3 guy out of France. He kickstarted the French community. You may have seen pictures of the Eiffel Tower meetup a few weeks ago. He got everyone Zeta t-shirts, and it was like such a cool photo op. In Turkey, we have Mert and his whole team. They bootstrapped the Turkish community to more than 10,000 people. They're doing the first ZetaChain Summit event in Istanbul next week on the 26th. probably going to be a couple hundred people. They got speakers from Chainlink, OKX, and other projects, and um, that could be the biggest community-led event to date. A few more here. So we have Romina, who brought ZetaChain to Latin America, and she has gone around to all the major conferences repping ZetaChain, and she helps support our developer group out of Argentina. We have RZS in China. The Chinese community speaks for itself, tens of thousands of people, and RZS has been with us since day one of 2022, probably like the most OG ambassador. And then last but not least, a shout out to White Sox and Mio. They're representing South Korea, where crypto is huge, and then Vietnam, where there's a lot of buzz and opportunity, and they've done great work. So just keep that up. Um, there's so much more praise to be given across the board, but I know we're a bit over here, and let's wrap this up. So a forward look into next year, Roy. What can we expect? What are you excited about?
Yeah, like by the way, I think you guys have done a really good job on building a like international community. We also have a lot of people from all over the world whose first language may not be English. Like actually, my first language is not English as well. And for those people, I think it's really important to have like a comfortable environment for them to, just keep updated. And make
Mhm.
some new friends, on a daily basis. Yeah, I think you guys and the local meetups. I think for next year, we're definitely gonna do more local meetups all around the world. And on the product side, the most thing I'm excited is actually two things. First is to continue building on Link 3, and then hopefully we can 10x our user in the next year on Link 3. And the second thing is we're actually exploring a lot of different new product ideas. We're doing brainstorming. I can't share too much right now since nothing is really like solid and decided yet, but we're testing out a lot of things. We're brainstorming a lot of things. And I think next year, maybe like Q2 next year, we're gonna bring a new product. Um, it's kind of like Link 3, but it's different. It'll focus on different areas and aspects. Right now, I think we're heavily exploring the content area, right? So we're like actually AMAs and online events. It's a form of content, but we're talking more about like user generated content or yeah, just stay tuned. We're gonna bring something new every quarter next year.
Love it. And maybe we'll do an event together in a
Mhm.
city near you, wherever
Yeah,
you are in the world.
yeah. So for ZetaChain, my bigger question was so when mainnet, right? I think that's what people been waiting for so long, so
Right.
badly.
Yeah. Um, so we've publicly said Q1, and I'll leave it at that, and just trust that you'll hear more from us in the new year. But things are in really good shape. I mentioned Athens 2 is the mainnet ready version on testnet, and we're starting the protocol audits and smart contract audits, and um, doing all the things necessary to launch a new L1 blockchain. So, um, yeah, more to come. And 2023 it's about launching the chain and something that's really special. Like we've been very thoughtful about building something really good, and we've battle tested the heck out of the chain, 3.5 million cross chain transactions. So There's that, and then it's all about bringing utility to the ecosystem with new omni-chain apps. And the documentation is great. We're working with great partners, and there's a lot to look forward to because we need a safer, simpler way to build dApps, and as users like you and me, interact with all the important blockchains in an easy way. So stay tuned for more. Roy, any last words to close out the recap here?
No, I think yeah, I think it's great. Also, just want to say once again, thank you everyone for your support and for being here with us today. And I'm pretty sure next year is gonna be better.
Onwards and upwards. Yeah. Thank you for joining, Roy, and everyone have a great rest of the year. Look out for the official ZetaChain Wrapped blog post tomorrow. And with that, we'll see you on the other side of 2023. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, and don't forget to mint your West, guys. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank